what makes it even more ludicrous is if someone like me comes along and brings attention to this fact that men run 90% of ingenuity when it comes to human evolution, they get mad. They call me a misogynist. They call me an They say that I need to be deplatformed. They say that I'm a bigot, right? But it comes back simply to like what we realized during the course of that debate. As you guys can see, right, the discourse I just had with these morons 20 minutes ago, right, confirms what I've always told you guys about progressives. They don't operate on facts. They don't operate on reality. You had these lying when I'm playing the video in 1080p of him impeding the law enforcement officer, and they still think they have grounds to stand on. They conceded. Yes, he did close the distance. Yes, he did get in between the woman and the man. Okay, argument done, dumb f. But they're too to understand that this is a sequence. If you get in the way and you impede the law enforcement officer, everything that comes after that is your fault. Since progressives don't live in reality and they don't deal well with accountability, women for that matter also don't deal with accountability well. It's a foreign concept that someone would get involved in the middle of a law enforcement operation and then around and then find out. Progressives and women always have a problem with the find out part. And the reason for this is because women a lot of times, when they're looking at the Alex Preddy situation, they're using their female privilege lens. Let me explain. Women are used to certain treatment, okay? Women are used to getting the benefit of the doubt. They're used to being treated with kid gloves on, okay? And I've told you guys this before, but I'm gonna say it again, and this Alex Preddy situation perfectly encapsulates this. Women struggle with empathy, okay? Now, let me be clear about this. I am not saying that women struggle with sympathy. They struggle with empathy. Two different words, and I'm gonna distinguish it here right now for you guys. Sympathy is the ability to feel sorry for someone. Fine, they do have that ability, okay? Absolutely. But empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, okay? What women don't understand, right, is that men and women live drastically different lives, drastically different. If we had to make this like a video game, right, men are playing Halo or Life on legendary mode with like no ammunition, right? Limited loadouts at the beginning of the game. Women are playing the game on easy mode, okay, with a game shark attached, which gives you all the cheat codes. That is how women live life. So when they see something like this happen to Alex Preddy, right, they're interpreting that from their privileged lens. This is very important that you guys understand this shit, okay? Because this is precisely why women shouldn't have the right to vote or have any type of real rights in society. The reason why is because they lack this empathy to understand the male experience. So everything that they see, they interpret it through their own female lens. Because they're, by the way, that's a whole other conversation. Now you guys are probably saying, Myron, this is bigoted. Why are you saying this, blah, blah. But what about men? Men aren't empathetic either. Actually, they are. And I'll explain why. In order for a man to attract a woman, right, and be able to procreate and have sex and have a family, he must be empathetic to women to some degree, okay? Men must understand women to get laid and procreate. Women do not have to understand men to get laid and procreate. See that difference? That's extremely important and pertinent, okay? So a lot of the people that are coming out and saying, oh, Alex Preddy shouldn't have got shot, blah, 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 it's either women or feminized men that are and don't understand that there's going to be consequences to your action, right? Guys that are rationally sound, guys that understand how the world works, etc., right? It's pretty easy for us.
If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and if you want to create videos for yourself, try Opus Clip, link in bio.